hands, everyone wants to stand. I roll in my jack, fast like the wind. Everybody's on the board, room to the streets. I'm the man with the plan. Got the world in my hands, every woman wants to stand. I roll in my jack, fast like the wind. Every mission I take, you know I'm gonna win. Ladies on my left, danger on the right, but it's love and respect that I'm bringing to the fight. I'm the dad with the 9 lives.
Hey listeners, get ready for a whole new way to experience stories. JCat episodes are now AI narrated, delivering crisp, dynamic performances that bring every tale to life. With cutting-edge technology, Jay Bahari gives you diverse voices, perfect pacing, and a unique twist that makes every story feel fresh and exciting. Don't just listen. Immerse yourself in the future of storytelling. Tune in now and let Jay Bahari and AI take you on an unforgettable adventure. The Jay Bahari Podcast, where the future of stories begins.
Hey listeners, just a quick heads up. Jay Bahari stories are narrated by AI, and that's actually a pretty awesome thing. AI narration ensures a smooth and consistent delivery with a tone that's always on point for each story. Plus, it can adapt to different moods and styles, making each tale come alive in a fresh and exciting way. With AI, we can also offer a variety of voices and pacing options, letting you experience the story in a way that fits your preferences. It's not just about technology, it's about enhancing your experience, making storytelling more engaging and dynamic than ever.
I am Jay Bahari, the creator of JCat, and I would like to welcome you to the JCat episodes. It's not centered around games or playful competition, instead it's intense action and an ongoing battle between good and evil. As the leading international operative, JCat, a no-nonsense agent, holds nothing back. Story created by Jay Bahari and narrated by AI. Are you ready? Let's go. JCat, a fight against the drums of hate and greed, continues. Act 9. Now, it was JCat's turn. On a yacht drifting off the coast of Monaco, JCat arrived alone. No backup, no tricks, just him and Kingmaker. They sat across from each other, two kings on a chessboard. You think this ends with me? Kingmaker mused. Another will take my place. The game never stops. JCat poured himself a drink, took a sip. Oh, I know that. Kingmaker smirked. Then why fight? JCat set the glass down, leveled his gun. Because I never lose. A single shot. Kingmaker slumped forward, the mask slipping from his face. JCat stood, walked to the railing, and watched as the sun began to rise. The world was still corrupt, still dangerous. But tonight, he had won. 2 weeks later, the night was thick with the scent of rain, the neon glow of the city reflecting off puddles in the alleyway. JCat leaned against the cold steel of his car, watching the skyline as he lit a cigarette. The world had changed, or at least people said it had. New laws, new leaders, new promises. But beneath the polished veneer, he knew the truth. Nothing had changed. Power still belonged to the ones willing to do anything to keep it. He took a drag and exhaled slowly. Still corrupt. Still dangerous. And it was about to get worse. Act 10. The offer. The invitation had arrived in the form of a black envelope, slipped under his door in the middle of the night. No name. No return address. Just an embossed golden crest, a symbol that hadn't been seen in years. JCat turned it over between his fingers. The king's men. Not the kind that wore crowns. The kind that bought them. They were the brokers of the modern world. Not politicians, not corporations, but the ones who owned both. They didn't operate in shadows because they didn't have to. They were the shadow behind the throne. And now, they were calling him in.
Want to dive deeper? Grab an ebook on Etsy or a paperback on Amazon. You can also reach Jay Bahari by clicking on chat line for instant video call, instant audio call, and instant text chat, or by appointment. If you're hooked on JCat Adventures, show your support today.
Act 11. The meeting, the restaurant was empty when J-Cat arrived. The kind of place that never needed reservations because it didn't serve just anyone. It served them. The waiter guided him to a private room where a single man waited. Lucien Vale. Silver-haired, perfectly tailored, eyes that had seen empires rise and fall like stock prices. Agent Cat, Vale said smoothly, pouring 2 glasses of scotch. You look exactly as I remember. J-Cat took the seat across from him. Wish I could say the same, Vale. You look, well, expensive. Vale chuckled. That's because I don't deal in chaos like you. I deal in order. J-Cat swirled the drink in his hand. Order? Is that what we're calling it now? Vale leaned forward. Let's skip the formalities. You know why you're here. We don't offer deals often. We prefer to own things outright. But you've been a thorn in our side for far too long. J-Cat smirked. I do have that effect on people. Vale nodded. So we're making you an offer. Walk away. Forget everything. Enjoy the life you've earned. And in return, we let the world keep spinning for a little while longer. J-Cat took a slow sip of his drink, letting the burn settle before setting the glass down. Tempting, he said. But I have a rule about taking bribes. Vale's smile didn't falter. Then let me put it another way. He reached into his jacket and slid a tablet across the table. J-Cat tapped the screen. His smirk vanished. It was her. Sophia. A woman he had loved once. A woman he thought was gone. The image showed her in a dark room, bound, bruised. A single word flashed at the bottom. Alive. J-Cat's fingers tightened around the edge of the table. He looked up, eyes cold as steel. Where is she? Vale took a slow sip of his drink. That depends on you. The next 24 hours were a blur of gunfire, bribes, backdoor deals, and broken bones. J-Cat tore through safe houses in Berlin, shattered underground vaults in Hong Kong, and burned a syndicate operation to the ground in Paris. He followed the Kingsmen's digital breadcrumbs, unraveling their secrets piece by piece. Until he found her. A private island off the coast of Greece. A fortress. J-Cat infiltrated under the cover of darkness, slicing through security like a blade through silk. He reached the room. Kicked in the door. And there she was. Sophia. Alive. But when she looked up at him, there was no relief in her eyes. Only something colder. Harder. Cat, she said softly. You shouldn't have come. The door slammed shut behind him. He spun, gun raised. Vale stood there. Smiling. Not surprised. J-Cat's blood ran cold. You played me, he said. Sophia's expression didn't change. I warned you once. J-Cat exhaled, shaking his head. You were working for them? Vale stepped forward, clapping lightly. Oh, Cat. She wasn't working for us. We were working for her. J-Cat turned back to Sophia. Why? She stepped closer, her voice quiet but unyielding. Because I was tired of losing. Tired of running. You think you're fighting the system, Cat, but the system always wins. I stopped fighting and started playing to win. J-Cat stared at her, searching for the woman he once knew. But she was gone. Replaced by something the world had made her become. Vale sighed. You could have had a place at the table, Cat. Instead, you're just another loose end. J-Cat smiled. Then moved. Gunfire. Chaos. Smoke. By the time the dust settled, Vale was dead. The Kingsmen's operation was in shambles. The island burned. But Sophia? She was gone. Still corrupt. Still dangerous. J-Cat sat alone in a dimly lit bar days later, nursing a drink, staring at the reflection of the world outside. Power didn't disappear. It just changed hands. Sophia had won the game. But the game never ended. J-Cat smirked bitterly, finishing his drink. He had fought wars in the shadows, taken down men who thought themselves gods. And yet, here he was. The world was still corrupt. Still dangerous. And as long as it was, he wasn't done yet. A storm raged over the neon skyline as J-Cat stood on the edge of a skyscraper, the wind whipping through his sleek black trench coat. Below, the city of the powerful moved like clockwork, wealthy elites in armored cars, corrupt politicians shaking hands over million-dollar deals, and enforcers in tailored suits keeping the wrong people in line. But tonight, the wrong people had backup. J-Cat pressed a finger to his comms. Eli, give me eyes. What am I walking into? Eli's voice crackled through his earpiece. Think of it as a private war zone, Cat. High-tech mercs, automated turrets, and a security system so advanced, it could probably predict your next move. J-Cat smirked. Good thing I never make the same move twice. He tapped the side of his goggles, activating X-mode vision. The world shifted into a glowing web of heat signatures and digital overlays. He spotted the guards, thermal-cloaked, armed to the teeth, but sloppy. Time to get to work. Act 12, The Break-In. J-Cat jumped off the rooftop, activating his grappling gauntlet. The line shot out, latching onto a nearby crane as he swung through the air, dodging spotlights and automated drones scanning the perimeter. The target? A black-site fortress hidden inside what looked like a luxury high-rise. Inside, the Kingsmen's new leader, Sophia, was finalizing a deal that could plunge the world into chaos. J-Cat landed silently on a balcony, deploying a micro-EMP. The security cameras shorted out, and the auto lock on the glass door clicked open. He was in. The hallway was empty, until it wasn't. 2 guards turned the corner, armed with pulse rifles. J-Cat activated his phantom cloak, his body flickering invisible just as the first guard opened fire. Plasma bolts ripped through the air, missing him by inches. J-Cat reappeared behind them, striking fast. 1 guard dropped with a precise shock dart to the neck, the other met the business end of an electrified knuckle duster. 2 down. More to go. J-Cat made it to the penthouse floor, stepping into a room that screamed power, floor-to-ceiling windows, a digital war map, and at the center, Sophia. She stood in a tailored black suit, cold, calculating, untouchable. The last time they had met, she had betrayed him. Tonight, she wasn't alone. The door slammed shut. Dozens of laser drones hovered from the ceiling, their red eyes locking onto him. Sophia smiled. I was hoping you'd come, Cat. I even rolled out the welcome mat. J-Cat sighed, cracking his knuckles. You always did like an audience. She gestured to the holographic war map. The world is changing, J-Cat. You can either be part of it, or be erased from it. He grinned. Let's test that theory. The drones fired. J-Cat rolled into cover, deploying a smoke disruptor. The room plunged into a digital haze, jamming the drone's tracking. He moved fast, vaulting over furniture, flipping off walls, dodging pulse fire. He took down the first wave using nano shurikens, slicing through circuits like butter. Another drone dropped after a perfectly timed kick sent it crashing into the glass wall. Sophia sighed. Still playing hero, Cat? She pressed a button on her wrist. The floor panels shifted. Armed sentries rose from hidden compartments. J-Cat laughed. Oh, you upgraded. The first sentry lunged. J-Cat countered with his shockwave baton, sending 5,000 volts straight into its metal skull. The second one came swinging. He dodged, grabbed its arm, and flipped it into the war map, sparks flying. The last one raised its arm-mounted rocket launcher. J-Cat grinned. Big mistake. He fired his Omni blade, slicing the launcher in half just before it fired. The explosion sent the sentry flying into the ceiling, dismantled on impact. The room fell silent. J-Cat turned to Sophia. Looks like your security needs a reboot. She didn't flinch. Instead, she smirked. And you think you've won? A massive holographic display flickered to life behind her. Bank accounts. Government servers. Nuclear codes. She had everything. Sophia stepped forward. You could have been at my side. But instead, you'll be just another relic of the past. J-Cat simply tapped his wrist. Funny, I was just about to say the same thing. Her smirk faltered. The system flashed an alert. Override engaged. Files uploading to global servers. Sophia's entire operation, every secret, every asset, was being leaked in real time. Eli's voice crackled in. Boom. Consider her empire deleted. Sophia's eyes burned with fury. You. J-Cat didn't give her time to finish. He fired a grappling line, yanking himself out the penthouse window just as Sophia lunged. He soared through the night, landing smoothly on an extraction drone waiting nearby. Behind him, Sophia's world burned. As the drone carried him across the city, J-Cat looked down at the chaos below. The King's men were finished. Their secrets exposed, their power shattered. But he knew better. The world wouldn't fix itself overnight. There would always be another shadow. Another fight. He smirked, adjusting his jacket.
Disclaimer. The Adventures of J. Cat Adventures is a work of fiction. The characters, events, and settings depicted in this series are the products of the author's imagination and are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. This series contains mature themes, including but not limited to romantic and erotic content, that may not be suitable for all audiences. Reader discretion is advised. The depictions of relationships, encounters, and situations are intended for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect real-life practices or endorse any specific behaviors. The portrayal of characters, including their actions and interactions, is intended to be a dramatic and fictional narrative. The series is not intended to promote or condone any form of violence, exploitation, or abuse. The character of J. Cat Adventures, while depicted as a hero in fictional scenarios, is a creation meant to entertain and should not be considered a role model for real-life behavior. Readers are reminded that this is a work of fiction and should enjoy it as such. Any interpretations or applications of the content within real-world contexts are the responsibility of the reader. The author and publishers disclaim any liability for actions taken by readers based on fictional portrayals and scenarios in the series. The Adventures of J. Cat's creator Jay Bahari has harnessed the power of artificial intelligence to enhance the storytelling process. With the help of AI input, Bahari has been able to explore new dimensions of creativity, pushing the boundaries of conventional storytelling to deliver an experience that is both innovative and compelling. Together, Jay Bahari and AI have crafted a series that not only entertains but also captivates the imagination, inviting readers into a world where seduction and suspense intertwine in the most alluring ways. This collaboration stands as a testament to the endless possibilities that arise when human creativity meets cutting-edge technology, forging a path to stories that are as mesmerizing as they are unforgettable. J. Cat, the spy, the legend, the playboy. He's smooth, he's slick, he's got the perfect trick, shaken martini, targets hit cleanly, villains gone quick. Gadgets. Check. Supercars. Check. A trail of broken hearts? Double check. When danger calls, when the world's in fear. J. Cat's already here. Explosions. He walks away. Lasers. He dodges, unfazed. Romance. He leaves him amazed. Fast cars, fast fists, a mind too sharp to miss. Villains beware, J. Cat never quits. Action. Espionage. Pure style. The world's deadliest spy is also the world's smoothest guy. J. Cat, mission, unstoppable. J. Cat, always one step ahead.
I got ton of vision. You can remove wax, but why would you do that if folks don't wanna listen? I could accrue astronaut from two.
I'm J. Cat, the name that rings in every city. Slick with the moves, ain't nothing here pretty. From the boardroom to the streets, I'm the man with the plan. Got the world in my hands, every woman wants to stay. I roll in my jet, fast like the wind. Every mission I take, you know I'm gonna win. Ladies on my left, danger on the right, but it's love and respect that I'm bringing to the fight. I'm the cat with the 9 lives, playing the game. A heart full of fight, can't be tamed. In the shadows I roam, but I shine so bright. With every step I take, I'm doing it right. Doing it right. Got my eyes on the prize, but my heart's in the beat. J. Cat's on the mic, bringing heat to the street. When it comes to the ladies, I'm smooth like silk, but don't get it twisted, I'm the man with the milk. For every tear that falls, I'm the hand to hold. In this world of chaos, I'm the story untold. With every breath I take, every move I make, I'm writing my name in the history is fate. I'm the cat with the 9 lives, playing the game. A heart full of fight, can't be tamed. In the shadows I roam, but I shine so bright. With every step I take, I'm doing it right. Doing it right. Bahari's love breaking out the way. Solo mission breaking down the wall. 60 years deep, but